Welcome to our booth. This is our iCharging demo unit. Here, this is currently demoed to be a dispenser unit for a 200 kilowatt Blueberry Plus. We'll get into some of those details as we get into the maintenance screen. But first, let's kind of walk through the user interface. So first, you see this great full screen advertising available here, and then you can touch to start to get into your regular user experience. Then if you need to select your output 1 or 2, or 3 or 4 if you have satellites connected to the system, and you can do that and then authenticate your charging session to begin. But before we go there, let's get into the maintenance screen that's available on this unit and all of our units deployed in the field. First, I'm going to need to authenticate myself as a maintenance technician. So I can do that with this RFID card here, which validates, and then it gives me this new button here at the bottom, maintenance. So I'm going to tap that and we're going to get into that screen. So what this is going to pull up is first an overview screen for everything that we're going to be able to access. So it's going to show our kiosk, which is essentially this dispenser unit and everything, all the components within that, as well as our power unit option to show the components within the power unit where we hold the power modules for our chargers. So first, let's take a look at the kiosk. So we click into the kiosk and then we get a whole new array of options with even more information. We have our kiosk, generally green cabinet with all the different components that it's verifying. So power supplies, circuit, breakers, emergency sensors, tilt sensors, etc. You can also click into further detail on particular charger outputs. So let's take a look at the CCS output here. And we can see some historicals. Of course, this is a demo unit, so there's no historical charging sessions here. But if any historical data would populate here showing the amperage and voltage of those charging sessions, as well as the total power and kilowatt hours dispensed, as well as getting even more granular data as the temperature of the plugs, or of this plug in particular. And then we can check the output controller as well as the EV interface. But let's go back into our main kiosk screen here. We could take a look at charger output 2, which is the same information, but for output 2. We could take a look at the main controller and get some more detail on what's going on there. How is the main controller computer board functioning and how is it doing? Take a look at the communications. Of course, this is a demo, so it's not, communication is not online right now. And all of this data is available remotely as well as in person. So our iCharging service team is able to help, and we provide this to our customers to be able to monitor the charging stations themselves and be able to troubleshoot and provide that remote support internally within their own organization. So for a fleet operator such as yourself, you could be remotely viewing this as well as having your technician on site, guiding them through, okay, you need to look at the kiosk, you need to look at the cabinet, and you need to see what's going on. Check the temperatures of the cabinet, check the humidity of the cabinet. This can give you an idea of how the filters are doing. Making sure that our router and our gateway, because we have a separate router for our My iCharging system, as well as the OCPP router for communications. And we can go back and we can click into the power unit to get some more information about what's going on within the power unit, which houses the power modules. And again, getting those kind of basic cabinet sensors, the power supply, circuit breakers, tilt sensors, etc. But also if we had all of those power modules here, we could check the status of each of those individually. And of course, within all of these different systems, you can see the event log, and you can click that to get some more detailed information about what's going on. Of course, these are also remotely available, but again, as a demo unit, there is no events here. But if we go to something like the main controller, this guy's doing some work, so we can get an event log here. That's recording everything that's going on, and you can see this is recording data from many months ago as well as just this show. But now let's go back to the regular user experience so we can lock the screen, basically de-authenticate myself as that maintenance technician. But now let's see what it looks like if we start a charge. So let's select output 1, authenticate myself. Here done with an RFID card, but also could be done with a payment terminal or mobile app. And let's start the charge. And now this is going to prompt me to plug in the vehicle. Of course, I don't have one with me here. And this is going to then begin to simulate a charge, showing this handshake time as it progresses with the vehicle. And then once it begins, we'll show the current exact power as well as the state of charge of the vehicle that the vehicle is reporting to the charger. Recording all sorts of data, giving you your cost as well. And now, if I lock this screen and I walk away, oh, here we go. I lock that screen. Now I have to be back to finish this charging session. Not any other person can come and just click in to finish my charging session. They must be verified. So if I want to finish my charging session, I'll just verify myself that it is me that began this charging session, and then I have the ability to stop the charge, and I can confirm, yes, I want to stop the charge. This is a quick demo of our Blueberry Plus here, a great charging system, both for public charging and private fleet charging. Thank you.